Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is It's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe can continue to transform the area.
This is an illustration of what's to come, and we hope other people will look at Gainwell, talk to Gainwell, and hear about the reception it got from us, and then spread the word.
Taylor wants companies to understand the skills which exist in the area span to trades beyond mining, and there is a workforce to be used. But as Gainwell employees move in and put the facility to use, they do so with limited infrastructure. Taylor and her fellow commissioners know improving this is crucial to bringing in more businesses.
In order to bring corporations like Gainwell here and grow this area. And the next step now is infrastructure to help build the county.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jack Taylor, 59 News. Gainwell Engineering designs, manufactures, and maintains mining equipment. The company started in India and has several locations across the world. On Thursday, they opened their first location in the United States, right here in our backyard. While West Virginia seems like the perfect place for a company in the mining industry, it took a Gainwell employee with ties to the Mountain State to reveal the area's potential to company executives.
The heritage of coal mining and what we can leverage as an employer from this area is it's no question that the talent is here, the knowledge is here.
Jason Sizemore is the general manager of U.S. operations for Gainwell and was born and raised right in Fayette County. He orchestrated a partnership between the Fayette County Commission and the New River Gorge Regional Development Authority to bring the company here. A partnership many believe Gainwell Engineering designed.
Good morning. Hello. 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 Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So we'll start the day with a safety briefing. Since this session is being held in a hybrid mode where we have participants joining us both physically as well as virtually. So I would request everyone to be aware of your surroundings, be in a safe place. And for those who have joined us physically here in Gangotri, this is the floor plan of 602. The markers denote the way to the nearest exit in case of any emergency. These are some of the important numbers that you can keep note of. The IC numbers are important for you in case you are in trouble or you need some assistance. And as we always say, be safe, be present, win the right way, and definitely be cyber safe. Right. So we have got an action-packed 120 minutes coming up. And to start with the proceedings, I would request Manav sir to welcome our guests.
Thank you, Anirban. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite happy to welcome you all to this great milestone, this Go Live event, which is like a great step forward that we as a group, Gainwell as a group, has taken in its journey for digital transformation. I think the flag off of SAP S/4HANA in GEPL, GSPL, AIPL put together. It's a momentous occasion for all of us. S/4HANA, of course, is absolutely a very potent, ERP platform, which is acclaimed to be really the most popular or the #1 ERP platform that we have. It rides on its capability for cloud computing. It's got a brand new database, HANA, which is developed by SAP, greatly optimized from a data handling perspective. This platform lends itself to AI, ML, which are the technologies for data processing. This platform is extendable to the mobility and connectivity aspects. So very evidently, this is a platform for the future, the right platform to enable the kind of business that we envisage as a group to undertake. As I look at it internally, this is definitely the external view. As I look at it internally, this is a one-of-kind effort done by the implementation teams in many ways. Very importantly, this is within the group, the first full scope manufacturing implementation with an integrated PLM team center facility, which is a great work done by the team. It's done with GEPL, which is a brand new organization with absolutely new processes, which is an interesting thing to, as during the rest of the programs we'll talk about. And it's a multi-organization, multi-location implementation done by the team, again, perhaps for the first time in our group. So absolutely a lot of new things handled by the team. They'll talk about it in detail. So I take this opportunity to welcome our Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Chaturvedi, and along with him in absentia, our Joint Managing Director, who could not join for some other engagement, for the compelling vision that they have, which really propels us to take these kind of transformatory journeys. I welcome leaders from EY as well as SAP for the partnership that they have displayed during this journey so far. I welcome Mr. Amit Mukherjee for his ever guiding presence for all of us and being a steering committee member in this initiative. I extend welcome to Dipankar, Jayanta, Harish, Ayan, AKT, and perhaps Harshit if he is connected as the functional stakeholders who've been part of this journey and their respective teams. I welcome all the participants who are digitally as well as physically connected for this great ceremony. And finally, I welcome and congratulate the core team under the leadership of Arindam and Anirban, who have worked for past 9 months, right? And I think about 30 people full time, more or less, working on this project, and they have brought this to a successful culmination. So congratulations, a job very well done. Here on, I request our host, Arindam, to take us through with the rest of the proceedings, but my hearty congratulations to the entire team and the extended team who did this for Gainwell Engineering. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Manav, and good morning, everybody else. I'm very much present virtually. So
GMD ma'am is over Zoom.
hi, everybody. Good morning. And I couldn't have missed this moment of glory for Arindam and the entire team, Manav, led by you. I'm very much there to be a part of this joyous movement and will be there right through.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manav sir, and thank you to each and everybody who has joined us physically over here and also over virtual medium, over Zoom and over YouTube live stream. So as promised, this event is going to be an exciting one. So without spending much time over D.I.S.H., I'll play a small AV to start or set the tone of the event. So Anirban, if you can please play that. Yes, the best run SAP. So most of us are already aware that SAP is the #1 enterprise software all over the world. But some interesting facts about SAP are like 77% of world's revenue transaction touches some of the other SAP system. 90% of companies of 110 most valuable companies are using SAP. 86% of global Fortune 500 companies are using SAP. We as Gainwell are also using SAP for last 10 years, more than 10 years successfully. Now, when you set up a new organization called Gainwell Engineering, obviously SAP was first choice of our main core transactional system. Now, this time we have taken the latest version of SAP, which is SAP S/4HANA, and that too on RISE. So we'll talk about RISE a bit more. But to take the journey forward, last 9 months, how we have progressed on SAP S/4HANA journey, how we have taken up the challenge of implementing RISE, which is one of the newest product offering from SAP. I'll request Anirban to come up on the stage and take us to the journey for last 9 months, how we have reached over here. Anirban, please do it. Thanks, Arindam. So today is a very important and auspicious day for us because this has been a long journey. But before we go ahead, I would like to take a step back and take you through the important milestones that we undertook as a team before we arrived till this date. I still remember the date. It was 17th of May 2021 when I got a mail from Harish sir that the management has set up a new entity in the manufacturing sector and with a global presence, and we need to propose a suitable ERP for this. Roopsi and I were entrusted with the task of evaluating and proposing the right fit mix of infrastructure and applications. So we went through a lot of presentations, evaluations, discussions, reviews, And finally we proposed, and I'm happy that the management also accepted to select SAP S/4HANA Rise, which is a new offering from SAP. And we signed the contract with SAP on 20th of December 2021. This was this was a new beginning of the technology enabled chapter for GEPL. And then parallel to this, we were also working to evaluate the partners for implementation, and we discussed with the top partners of for implementing SAP S/4HANA. And we are happy to say that we selected UI as our partner, and the official announcement was done on 14th of Feb 2022, when we joined hands together. With that, we started working together as a team to prepare the basic logistics, the formalization of the core team, and the contractual work. And then the contract or the engagement letter with EY was signed on it was on 6th of April 2022. And then everything at the last minute touches, and finally we kicked off the project on 22nd of April 2022. Then we also launched a contest in that session to suggest a suitable name for the project. Shuja sir and Dipankar sir were the judges, and after going through all the nominations, they selected the name D.I.S.H.A, Project D.I.S.H.A. D.I.S.H.A is an acronym for Digital Innovation, Synergistic, High-Spirited and Agile. And you will see the flavors of these values throughout the journey that we have taken. And then finally, on the 6th of May, the first workshop happened, and we started the explore phase of the project. So this is about the major milestones that we undertook, and then the project kicked off, and we were doing a lot of study discussions, and as is study discussions, what is the right fit for the organization. We had several sessions in Asansol as well as in GWS, and then we went through it. So we'll talk about that in a while. But when we were doing all of these, there was someone behind us supporting us all through, and to talk more about him, I would request Arindam to take over.
May I please welcome Mr. Harish Awadani, Head of Logistics and Commercial, to please come up on stage and share your experience, sir.
Good morning to all. And see, there's a basic saying that whatever happens, happens for good. So I'm just going back 18 months back. In August 2021, we had a major issue of reconciliation between FA and COPA. The issue was such that for the first 15 days, we were clueless. We had sleepless night, me and Arindam, Anirban. We tried to sort it out, but we could not. And the worst part, my boss CMD was very angry on me, and that month VRM was cancelled. The reasons was totally attributable to us. We took it as a positive note. We kept that aside, worked on the current situation of ensuring the reconciliation is done. Then we took a call that although in the May 2021, as Anirban said, that yes, there was a chance of implementing S/4HANA in GPL. So we took a firm stand that come what may, we will implement S/4HANA, so that in future, whether I am there or not, the system will ensure that this type of reconciliation is taken over. So then I am extremely happy. I went to Dipankar. I requested him, since it was a vanilla company, and with wholehearted he supported us. So that way we took a call of implementing S/4HANA, and after that, what is S/4HANA and how it has been started and how things have moved, I think Anirban, Arindam, and of course Manav has already explained. So with that, I congratulate Manav, Arindam, Anirban, the entire team, the ENY team, SAP team, everybody who has helped us to come to this stage. Yes, when I was signing the contract on the Valentine's Day of 2022, I just kept, I was so happy that yes, the management has agreed to our request and I signed the contract. So after that, things have moved very positively and I'm very happy that today we are going live. Congratulations, Manav, Anirvan, Arindam, the entire IT team and everybody, and thank you, sir, for the support you have given us. August 2021 will never come back, but it will never happen again. Thank you very much.
Sir, I request you to please stay back. Manav sir, may I please request you to come up over stage and hand over a token of appreciation to Mr. Harish. Thank you, sir. So moving on, I'll request Anirban to continue with some of the challenges, some memories of this project for last 9 months, and then we'll move from there.
Right. So this project was very unique in its own way, and when we started this, as a team, we realized that the approach also had to be a little different. So I'll just walk you through some of the key challenges that were in our mind all through, and we spend most of the time working around it. The first challenge, when we started this project, the organization was also being set up. The factory was being set up, the processes were being defined. So there was a lot of fluidity around. So as a team, we had to work with, with the mindset that, whatever is, decided may change. And we have to have a, solution which is scalable and which will fit the larger, requirement. The core team of GEPL was not available completely. So from the various functions, management had provided us the members from GCPL who would play a dual role of working on their daily day-to-day activities as well as work as a core team member for the GEPL project. So we had to the sessions that we had to conduct for workshops, the business requirement discussions. So we had to modify from time to time based on availability. So this was one area that we had to plan. SAP S/4HANA RISE itself, is a new kid on the block. So there isn't a lot of knowledge repository on how to execute a project on RISE. And we had to come back to SAP from time to time. So I'm thankful to Mr. Vikas who had supported us all through the journey, because and this project itself was a little different. It's not just a vanilla implementation where we had integration with another engineering software. So there were inherent challenges. The manufacturing solution on SAP is through a module called production planning. We as Gainwell IT team did not have the entire expertise on this module, because GCPL being a trading organization, production planning was never in scope. We had worked on the high-vol miner manufacturing, but that was designed as a turnkey project. Hence, and then obviously this was a full-fledged manufacturing with a design software integration. So we had to talk to a lot of people to suggest and propose the right fit for this kind of a business need. And then finally, this is a multi-country implementation where the countries involved: US, Australia, Singapore. So the country localization knowledge was limited. So we are still in talks with the US and Australia teams to suggest the right fit for handling the country-based, country-specific solutions. But no project is fun without the challenges. So this is nothing that had hindered us. We took it on the face and we worked around it. And I am very proud to say that in spite of all these challenges, we are standing here presenting the Go Live. We are going live with 3 entities today: GPL, GSPL, and GGPL out of Singapore. So I would talk about the highlights of this project. If you these are the 6 highlights that we felt should be talked about. This is the first project in India with a integration between SAP S/4HANA RISE and Siemens Teamcenter using the standard collaboration framework between the 2 German giants of Siemens and SAP. Now we had to refer to Siemens, to SAP, and there is no customization in this integration. This is a totally real-time integration where master data and material master and BOM would transmit from Teamcenter to SAP on the fly. Second, I remember SKG sir telling us initially that look for standard solutions, because that helps for scalability, and that is what exactly we have done. Even SAP also in the RISE offering proposes to go about that itself. So this is mostly a standard solution out of the box from the SAP repository with a little tweaking as per the business need. When we were designing the solution or going through the initial workshops, I remember Deepankar sir once called me and said that one thing that I don't need is Excel based reports. So we have taken care of that. The group reporting of this organization for the 5 entities will come directly out of SAP. So this is another highlight. Then the project execution, gone are the days of as is study and a gap and then 2B. So we had executed this project using the Activate methodology, where there is the complete show and tell model we used for fit to gap analysis, where the screens were shown to the business users and to relate to the processes and then suggest their requirement. And then from SAP we have a host of guidance configuration, and then we went through the execution. This is for the first time Gainwell users will experience a new user interface, Fiori. Fiori is a seamless user interface. It is role based, simple to use, and it will, gone are the days of the blue screen of SAP. This is a tile based platform and you can run it from your mobile over the internet. So you don't need to sit on your laptop. If you are at your workplace, if you are in the floor in the factory, and if you have some activity to run, you can run from your Fiori. And then the entire journey of design to dispatch has been designed over the digital platform. So from the CAD softwares to the PDM of Teamcenter, PDM to ERP, SAP, entire journey is through the technology medium. And then some of the processes that generally are done manually, for example, the approvals, in our case the PPDC approvals, then the gate in process, these are also digitized. So the entire footprint of the journey of this organization will be on the digital platform. So these are the major highlights of this project. Now, before we go forward, I would like to present to you a small video on our memories of this project.
कुछ पाने की हो आस आस, कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं, हर कोशिश में हो बार बार करे दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं, तूफानों को चीर के मंजिलों को छीन ले आशाएं, ले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ
Right. Thank you. So now, taking this forward, I would request Arindam and Anupam, project director from UI, to take you through the execution that we did, the project methodologies that we used, and how we ran this project over the last 9 months. So Arindam and Anupam, if you can come on stage.
Yes, Anupam, if you can please join me.
Good morning, everybody. So good to be back here. We remember the day when we started the project from here, and lots of expectation from everybody was there. And if you remember, we to some extent discussed this slide. Obviously, that slide was become an action during the execution of the project. And as rightly pointed out by the leadership, we tried to stick to the standard. We tried to stick to the best practices that are available from SAP. We tried to stick to the model company structure, and we put together a solution during the workshop along with those elements and discuss what can be achieved to address your requirement. It has taken a bit of a time, but I think because of that framework, we actually able to execute or build the components pretty fast. And thanks to SAP for giving those best practices to us, harvesting those best practices to all of us. So we discussed, and in the explore phase, we started leveraging those. We discussed this is how what can be achieved. We came up with a lot of innovation from all of you. We gathered all the information. We tried to reach out to our experts also to validate some of the requirements and then finalize the design of the product. And that's how we come to a closure. It has taken a bit of a time for all of us, but we successfully did the design of our solution. Then we started leveraging that design, and the design became actually getting built in the SAP system that we could have executed very fast, or we actually have executed very fast by leveraging those understanding that we have. And we prioritize our requirement based on our business need. We prioritize our requirement based on all the functionality that we need. We staggered our go live in a certain manner so that it becomes more effective for all of you. And that's how we started. We built that, we tested. So in a nutshell, this is the overall methodology that we talked about, and this is how we move forward. So this is what I was talking about, that during the design, I think we have taken a bit of a time, but once we design and we are all happy with the design, I think the build has taken less time, and the test also. I must appreciate the core team support during the testing. First of all, we did the testing, and then the core team actually spent a lot of time in executing those test scenarios. They actually ensured all the things that they need is properly tested. All the thing they need is successfully given you kind of a confidence that yes, the system is good enough and we are ready to go live. And that's where we are. We are on the beginning of February, and we look forward for a successful adoption of the solution henceforward.
Thanks, Anupam. So to come to this stage, we had to take certain decisions during the project execution. First of all, stick to standards. As everybody said that before me, that stick to standard is good because of maintainability. So if we stick to SAP standards, SAP has been running this software for so many years. So they are the best person to suggest us what should do. So we stick to standard as far as possible. We have also taken a decision of centrally managing all master data for GPL, unlike GCPL, which again we are planning for move to a central location for maintaining all the masters. For GPL, start with the first go live itself will maintain all masters centrally. We have also decided to go for a staggered go live, where some of the processes had to go live first and rest will follow. So we'll come to the plan, the milestone after a few slides. And also we have during the entire implementation process, we have connected to quite a few manufacturing companies to understand their processes, because we are nascent business, so we tried to understand how others are mapping these processes. So these are some of the key decisions we had to take for a proper execution of this project, and that has helped us to come to reach this stage as on today. So that was all from my side. So with this, I'll request Mr. Ayan Banerjee, our Group CFO, to please come up on stage. Sir, you have been with us, you have supported us for quite long. If you can please come up on stage and please share your views, your thoughts, your expectations from this project.
Thank you, and hearty congratulations for rolling it out. I think I haven't seen such a safe and sound rollout of SAP in a company in my 27 years of career. But having said that, as being an accountsman, I'm a little skeptical on that way. So this is a good beginning, but not really the end. We are looking for putting it to GCPL. GCPL is a niche company, it's a startup company, and with zero transaction, which is in history. We know that the challenges come when we move history to the new system and then taking it to the live operation or live activities what we are there, kind of open heart surgery of a human being. That has not happened here. It is something a fresh operation which has started, but we intend to do that. So this is a good beginning, very good learning, and thank you all. The project team was very cooperative. I know there are points where it was exchange, but then that's a good exchange always. We should be doing this initial processes so that the process is smooth. So that's over. We will see how it is going on GPL. We will have good 9 months time, and then we'll see how it comes up to GCPL. I'm looking forward to it, to see it in GCPL. Thank you, and thank you for your kind effort.
Thank you, sir. Request you to please stay back. May I request Mr. Jayanta Bhattacharya, Head of Manufacturing, to please come up on stage and share a token of appreciation to Ayan sir.
This is on behalf of tasting team who has done it. I know it was.
Thank you, sir. May I now please request Mr. Dipankar Banerjee, sir, please come up on stage and please share your experience with the project, your vision of GPL, and guide us for the future.
Good morning, everyone. I think today is indeed a landmark day for Gainwell. In our almost nearly 8 decades of operations and history, we have primarily been a distribution organization and also distribution and aftermarket support. This is for the first time we have entered into capital goods manufacturing, and really would like to expand in the value-added sectors like manufacturing. So we got an opportunity when working with Caterpillar. In end of 2021, we signed the IP licensing agreement, and then beginning of 2022, we formed the company Gainwell Engineering. The plan is that all the manufacturing activities of the group will be housed in Gainwell Engineering. We invested on a new manufacturing plant in West Bengal. The plant is getting ready in March, in next month, and will go to start production from April onwards. So it's a dream, coming true, or really making that make the dream actually execute, and see that it turns reality. So Gainwell Engineering, I think, as rightly said, that the best runs on SAP. So when we decided for that ERP, we had no doubt that SAP is the right solutions. And in this organization, obviously in the manufacturing, the ERP is the backbone. So we are really excited. Congratulations to the IT team, BNY and SAP I think they all work together, we all work together. I remember on the first, when this kickoff meeting, kickoff day, when we sort of all shared our dream that of really the SAP implementation in this. A lot of challenges we faced in the journey. As Owen also mentioned, operation has not yet started. So it had a lot of imaginations, a lot of understanding, and then sharing the best practices. But it also has the advantage that it's a clean slate in front of us. So we could actually, the team could actually bring in the best practices and implement it. The second important thing is that we have, on our 80 years, we have been all focused on a part of, half of India, our leadership activities in that region. This, for the first time, we have the entire globe as our plate. So it's a very, very interesting journey. We set up the organizations in US, in Australia, in Singapore, and this implementation is actually a global implementation. So this is a make in India and supply the solutions to customers across the world. So I'm sure, it's a quite exciting journey in front of us, and really happy that the entire IT in the able hands of Manav, Anirban, Amindam. And I think this is just a start of the activity. We really want to scale it up and really make it a integrate it subsequently as we expand the manufacturing. Really have the entire operations digitally best in class. I think that going forward, you all understand it is the technology and the people will make the difference. So in Gainwell Engineering, we really have to believe that we want to be the best in the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request you to please stay back on stage. Manav sir, may I request you to please come up on stage and hand over a token of appreciation to Dipankar sir.
Right. Now this is going to be a little exciting. We are going to put on stage the customer, Mr. D.I.S.H.A, Head of Manufacturing for GEPL, the partner. We were supposed to have Mr. Harish Agarwal, Managing Partner of EY, but I understand there is some last minute urgency. So Mr. Gautam Sen is here. So he will represent EY. The OEM, the regional director from SAP, Mr. Vikas Sahu, and the man who needs no introduction, Mr. Amit Mukherjee, the industry veteran and expert on the stage together. And the session will be moderated by Arindam. So it is going to be very insightful, and the key stakeholders of this project will talk about it. So over to you, Arindam.
Right, so may I please request Mr. Jayanta Bhattacharya, Mr. Gautam Sen, Mr. Vikas Sahu, and Amit sir to please come up on stage. Am I audible? Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. Hello. Am I audible? Yeah. So good morning everyone. So unlike any other go live events, we thought of making it a bit different this time, wherein at one side we have customer Mr. Jayant Bhattacharya, the active customer I would say. From UI, our partner Mr. Gautam Sen. From SAP, Mr. Vikas Sahu. And obviously our friend, philosopher and guide, Mr. Amit Mukherjee. So let us hear the perspective from everybody on this project, how we have done till now, what are the help everybody has extended to us, and then kind of have a 360-degree view of the entire project. So I'll start with Jantada, you. You have been actively participating in this project from day one, right? So once you started the project, you had some vision of the IT landscape or IT architecture, right? So how far could we achieve that? What do you feel once you sit here today?
Thank you, Arindam. So at the beginning, in fact, when we started our manufacturing journey in 2018, there was a need of a good ERP system, because you know the existing ERP system which we have right now is not supporting us fully. There are certain areas where basically the existing ERP system could not provide the right solutions. Like say, give you an example of production planning,
right?
The quality control. So our existing ERP system doesn't have the proper solution in those areas. So and naturally those areas are being managed manually. So it creates a lot of difficulties in operation. So it was much needed step, and since when we decided to go with the SAP S/4HANA, our team's expectation was that so all the functional areas in the manufacturing process should be addressed through this new system, and the system should be very simple and user friendly. That was the expectation, and I hope with the implementation of SAP S/4HANA we could achieve this.
So you have been part of the entire journey also. You participated in most of the workshops during the design phase, and also I think you have the feedback from your team on the UAT phase. So what is your feedback as of now? So whether whatever you were expected was kind of sorted out?
Yeah, so team's feedback is that they are very positive. In fact, team has contributed very well. So it's a basically contribution from both ends. We have given our feedback, what is our need, what is our requirement. We have mentioned it, and then we shared the entire process for first. So when we met first time, we made it very clear what is our requirement. And I hope that SAP has captured those things, me and my team has captured those things. And when implementation will be done fully, we could achieve whatever our goal is.
Right. Thank you, Jantada. So moving to Amit sir. Amit sir, you are also part of this journey from day one. How did you see this project evolve? So we started at a very nascent stage wherein a lot of things were not clear, and then we are going live first phase today.
Before I get into that, I would like to congratulate each one of you for going live within the 9-month period. I think we are more or less as per the project timelines, give or take a couple of weeks here or there. Right? So congratulations to all of you. Second is that I would like to thank Mr. Chaturvedi because he invested in this ahead of the curve. We did not have a business. We started the company. Everything was fluid, right? But his belief in technology and belief in SAP, and that as an organization, we believe that technology can really make a difference. I think all of us owe you a clap, sir. The challenges that Jayanto spoke about, I think we are just at the base of the pyramid. Because as the business evolves, there are a lot of things that we have envisaged today will not hold right then. So there will be changes. And therefore, as a team, we need to be very sort of open to accept those changes, because nothing is cast in stone. See, today we envisaged a particular way of procurement, a particular way of handling production. But once the ground level things start kicking in, things will be difficult. So my humble submission to the team, ENY, and more so our internal team, is to be ready for changes. That's how life will be. The third part is that what Ayan spoke about. In any migration, in any implementation, data migration is a huge issue. Fortunately, that does not exist here. So I think it's a golden chance for us to keep the data sanitized. So having a central master data team is one such area. And this team has to work very closely with the engineering team, because 5 years from now, we don't want to do an exercise of sanitizing masters. So the onus is on us how clean we want to keep it. And the fourth point is that we have a long journey. This was the first 5 hours of the game, right? And we'll have to make it happen. This is a multi-country, 4 countries implementation. Complexity is there, the businesses are new, businesses are evolving. So I think as an organization, if we are open to changes, open to make this accommodation, I'm sure we'll do a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. So coming to Mr. Sen, you are part of a lot of digital journeys.
Digital and Global Alliance.
Right, Digital Global Alliance. So you have seen various companies going through their digital transformation. So ours is a new manufacturing organization. How do you foresee us evolving from here? What are the steps we need to take to move in our digital journey path?
Excellent question. So first of all, let me thank the management of Gainwell for trusting on us. Day one, we had the call over Teams, and that time COVID was there. So then it evolved when we are here now. Is it audible?
Yeah.
We are here now. So you have taken the right step. First step, you have to go through a standard ERP solution, which gives you the clarity on data, what Amit said, and the business processes. All the engineering companies like GE, Schneider, everybody has taken this as a challenge, and they are going stepwise. As a step 2 and step 3, which is actually not very near at this moment, you have to go through AI, ML, and other technological advancements in this area. But as of now, we will say that stabilization of SAP is a paramount importance. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to Vikas, so historically the SAP implementation, SAP's role was kind of limited, right? You sell licenses, you give us a platform, we implement that. And most of the stuffs are done by the implementation partner. Infrastructure was customer's responsibility. Now on this SAP S/4HANA platform, your role has kind of changed a lot, starting from providing the infrastructure, managing a lot of basis part and all. So how SAP as an organization has changed internally to help customers on this journey?
See, this rise with SAP is a new journey even for SAP, and thanks all the Gainwell team for interesting on the new product and the services that SAP is offering. I remember the day when we had a discussion, and it's very nice to hear from like Mr. Kohli spoke out about SAP, all good words. So I think he did most of my part of the marketing. But otherwise, definitely SAP is a very, like earlier when we used to call this to be, it was a more of a robust and a scalable solution, okay? With RISE, it has become more agile, right? You quickly transform into new business requirements. It is not only connecting your users, but front end to the back end, like your suppliers to your customers, like to the complete journey, you can have the connectivity or through the digital channel. Now, when you ask me about my role or SAP's role in this, see, earlier we used to give us a license, and most of the concerns were by the customer to how do you size it, how do you use it, how integrations are done. But here we actually, if you see from day one, we were there saying, okay, we take care of your sizing. We do not ask you to get into the hardware or the infrastructure concerns, which is actually not their core business. We want to focus on your core business, which is functional, Like it might be in your finance, it might be in your production, like other people's quality. Please focus on that. Backend hardware, backend infrastructure, SAP will take care of it. So here we keep you updated every year on the latest release. So the new products and the features and the solutions that are coming up in SAP, we bring you time to time, so that you are up on the solutions and up on the releases, which was earlier to be done by the customer rather. That is one good thing. Second, when you talk about reports, you with Fiori, like what Arindam also said, with Fiori you get the operational report for all the departments. You can just have it in a click. Third, if you see real-time analytics reports and the boardroom reports, right, or even for the I can say a predictability report, so you can get it all from SAP today. Our game was like along with Gainwell, we had multiple calls during the implementation. Since it was new, probably I think good thing with Gainwell is, like, I can definitely vouch for it. It has one of the best SAP team in Calcutta, in East rather. I'm really proud. And when I thought Gainwell is doing it, I had no doubts on it whether it will be successful or not. And with EY, definitely the partner for us. I mean, we have a very close association also with them. I was very sure that this is the thing going to go anything wrong. Okay, whatever is there, it will be under control. So every piece, every month, probably we had multiple interactions with your team also, sometimes for the team center, sometimes for the document man, whatever, the smaller or the technical issues were there. So we are also a part of that, being a new product. And with this here, as we said, the infrastructure is completely ours. Like if you have to design, you have to feel, okay, what will be my data size, how will be my backup, how will I recover, those complete things is taken here. So my skin in the game is little much higher. I think 70% is my role here, 30% on the functional part will be your role. Over and above, whenever there is support required, we are always there to ready to help you. That's it.
Right. Thanks, Vikas, for this, but I have a follow-up question. So SAP is kind of including a lot of new technologies into RISE platform or S/4HANA platform. While we speak to some of the other companies or even partners, right, we see a scarcity of resources, skilled resources. How do you foresee SAP is managing this resource scarcity in the market?
See, first of all, definitely since the customer base is growing, the demand is huge. So definitely you'll always see some resource crunch. And most of during the COVID period and after that, even the smaller companies, I mean, we have transformed many smaller to mid-sized companies also. There is definitely a transformation which everyone wants to take up, and as you said, by choice, it is first choice is SAP. So that scarcity is there. We are taking it up. I think most importantly, we also have many, not many, but in Calcutta we'll have 2 or 3 training centers also who give certifications for people who are interested in that. We have also tied up with few colleges who also provide learning solutions from SAP. So we help them certify students who are coming out of from the college. Third is like for your internal thing, probably we have a solution called Learning Hub. Okay, people can go and do a self-test and get it certified. That can be done. So that procedure is there where we can trying to cover up more and more people to generate more SAP resources in the market.
Thanks, Vikas. Coming back to JB, during the entire implementation phase, you had to kind of do a double hatting, right? You and your team. So they had their regular jobs and as well as they had to manage as a core team member of this project. So how did you manage this? I mean, how did they get time to do 2 stuffs at the same time?
Yeah, Arindam, very important question. It was really challenging because Gainwell Engineering is a new organization, and in Gainwell Engineering we are building everything new. So in one hand we are building new team, new facility, ERP as well as PLM system, and other hand, if you see, we are absorbing new technologies from Caterpillar to build machines, and those machines we have never manufactured earlier. So, and importantly, all these activities and projects are basically running simultaneously. So team is really stressed, but one important thing is that what I have noticed so far is that team is very enthusiastic and there are a lot of participations in the team. In fact, I must say that senior members of the team, they took the lead, and juniors have supported them very well. And everybody in the team has stretched their boundaries and contributed really well. That is the reason we can undertake so many projects at a time.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. The team is very supportive. They have supported us whenever required. Team from Asansol has participated in most of the workshops we have requested for. So hats off to them. Thank you very much, team. Coming back to Mr. Senu, so during the project execution, we had few hiccups, I would say, right? Team was really stressed out. So how do you motivate them to get going and come to this stage of go live?
This is a difficult question. But I will tell you my experience during the process of implementation. First of all, many thanks to your team for constantly, supporting us and giving us knowledge of your business so that it can be properly, the base part needs to be strong before the superstructure comes up. To answer your question, key part, Vikas has already told us, we are actually constantly giving them newer trainings, setting up goals. It is not that we are taking them out for night parties, that will not help. Stretched out means they are learning something. Once they learn, because if you see our team in your location are young people, and they are very much hungry to learn. The key stress buster is giving them proper training and bring them back to the team. I will continue to do that. And the project director Anupam is always supporting us. Even the project manager, Mr. Manna, is here. It's a collaborative engagement where we and he should continuously, interact so that the stress level goes down. Other things can be taken care, but the project is prime most important.
Right. Thank you. So my question to Vikas, what is your SAP RISE roadmap on capital goods industry specifically? Do you have anything specific on that?
So SAP S4HANA RISE is the platform that we have already conveyed in the industry. Like S4HANA platform will continue till 2040. And I think when we say 2040, we'll be one of the unique OEMs who will say, I'll support you till 2040, which is 20 years. Because most of any software or any hardware industry, we say just support for 5 to 7 to 10 years. But I think the guarantee that with SAP, we have a clear roadmap for that. And with more innovations happening on the, I can say on the automotive industry, we have new best practices coming up on time to time. Best practices will, if you say, like you said, you're rolling out for multiple companies, but your more production unit is in India. So we have companies like L&T, Tata, Hitachi, SCC, who manage their complete business through this. So it has got a better spare management, better parts management. So these all things will come up as a package. And as we move on, more and more features, and I'll say you will not have to customize your requirements. It will come by default in the production system. That is what we are planning to do going ahead. I mean, there can be a predictive support, there can be a presumptive support, there can be a reactive support, but we think we'll also tell you from the system if it is configured once. See, what is the time duration? Okay, it is not only on time, but also if we connect through some sort of connectivity, we can also say, okay, this machine has done so much of work exactly on the number of maybe kilometers, number of hours. I'm not saying, okay, 1 month the machine is still idle, but it needs a support. No, we'll say, okay, basis on the number of hours of performance, now this needs a service. So that is how we are trying to take it up. So it will more of a predictive or a presumptive support that we are looking to, and these all things will come by default.
Okay, this will be a separate LOB or with the standard?
No, within the standard thing. See, every 6 months we come out with add-ons on the releases. So we inform our customers, like February we have one release, then August or September we'll have one. So time to time it depends. It is not only production, but it can be something on the finance also, something on other modules as well. So you'll have to just keep an eye on it to what is more suitable for you, and then you can take it up.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah,
I take
please.
a little bit of this because SAP is also training us during this process. They are taking us through this journey when the changes are coming up, so that we are ready for any implementation requirement. For you, you have to be absolutely sure what is your requirement. Standard SAP standardization is more important than making custom developments, and that's what Vikas is saying. Many processes are coming into picture where we are trying to make it as a standard in the main SAP modules.
Okay, got it. So my last question is to Mr. Amit Mukherjee. So sir, with my limited interaction for last 6 months or so with you, I have picked up certain elements of your evaluation process of any project, right? You ask your partners or vendors what can go wrong instead of the success points, right? So we are at the first phase of go live now. We have certain milestones ahead. So what do you foresee from now, what we should do as a team so that the entire journey can be a very successful one?
Okay, so we are going live with a bit of integration between Team Center and SAP, limited to materials, and then standard SAP transactions in finance, materials, procurement, and project systems. So there is a bit of data migration that has to happen, which we need to be very careful, especially on the project side, right? And for on the capital accounting side. The second part of the story is that the material master is moving from Team Center to SAP. So we'll have to figure out how we do it right and ensure that there are no duplicates. See, my concern today is on, I will not say concern, but something that is there on my radar is on 3 counts. One, we have to get the ECN piece right, correct? And how engineering change management happens not only from a system perspective, but a process and an organization structure perspective. So that's number one. Number two, we have 2 entities in US and Australia. So getting the taxation law is one part of the story, which is not too difficult. But the more difficult part is they have a very different culture. See, we work in a certain way, they work in a certain way. I'm not being judgmental saying that we are good, they are bad, they are good, we are bad, but they are different, right? How as a team we integrate, because people will be doing transactions there, right? They will face issues. The sort of support that I provide, is it in tandem with their way of receiving support? Because I'll give you one small example. Our support system works on calling up and saying, boss, ye nahi chal raha hai. And then people jump onto it. In any developed economy, support works on tickets. Somebody has to raise a ticket in the system and then people attend to it. We wanted to implement this in DCPL, a lot of attempts, but it never worked. It doesn't work in most Indian companies. But in US and Australia, we will have to have a formalized ticketing system. Otherwise it doesn't work. They don't know. And moreover, our time zones are different. So how do I manage their support is something which we need to think through and do it. Here, when a transaction gets stuck or when there is a data issue or there's an integration issue, people know, people jump and do it. Now let's assume somebody in Australia is working at 10 o'clock in the morning. For us, it is 5 a.m. I don't have a 24/7 support team, right? So he faces an issue. What do I do about it? So the first thing is to ensure that he doesn't face an issue, right? So we got to make such things very different than what we are used to. So there's a lot of application of mind that has to go in. The third piece is that we have to make a lot of changes, like migration to a single MCAT platform. We have multiple MCAT platforms, right? So when we do all this, it's something which is not transaction intensive, but a lot of application of mind and a lot of thinking has to go into it. So I think as a team, we need to sort of evolve differently. And that's where the biggest challenge is. Because we have been successful in doing things in a particular way. And as most of us, we tend to carry that forward. But we need to realize that we are going into a different era altogether. It is global manufacturing, 5 legal entities, multiple currencies, multiple time zones, very different set of customers. So how as a team we evolve, both from a process, system and culture perspective, is what I think is the biggest challenge. And before I end, I have one request for Mr. Vikas, my good friend. So we have ticked all the right boxes. We got an integration with PLM. We have 5-country implementation, right? The implementation is on SAP RISE, and now we won the award, SAP ACE.
Definitely.
For capital goods industry.
So tomorrow onwards, we'll start the process to nominate yourself, and there is a jury who does it in a very transparent way.
Yeah.
We'll see how we can do this.
So we need your help. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure.
Thank you. Right.
Okay. Thank you everyone. With this, we have come to the end to this section. May I request the guests to please stay back and request Manav sir to once again please come up on stage and hand over a token of appreciation to our guest. Moving to next section of today's event, we are going to now unveil the Gainwell engineering technology landscape. May I request Meena ma'am to kindly do the honors for us. Ruchi, can ma'am share?
Yes, I'm very much there. It is my honor to do this. So I have to press this button.
Yes, ma'am.
You can give us the go ahead and then we'll proceed from here.
Okay, you tell me when I have to press the button.
Ma'am, you just say go ahead, so we'll do it from our end.
Okay, amazing team, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. So this is the technology landscape of Gainwell engineering. At the infrastructure side, we have AWS, underlying infrastructure for all our major business applications, SAP S/4HANA, as well as Siemens Teamcenter. For all our email and approval workflows, we'll go to Office 365, which is already installed. And for a design document storage, we have selected SharePoint as our platform. Siemens Teamcenter, as you know, is also integrated with multiple CAD softwares. We have PTC Creo, we have Autodesk, we have Solid Edge, and also ePlan, which is again a ECAD for us. So we have both ECADs and MCADs connected with Siemens Teamcenter, and from there, Material Master BOM will transfer to SAP S/4HANA automatically. So in the Go Live session today, we are going to exactly replicate the same. So to do the honors, I'll request anyone to please take a lead from here. And before that, Meena ma'am, may I please request you to kindly guide us, share your expectations and experience with this project, and please motivate us.
Thank you so much. I don't think this is a day for speeches, and not by a total technologically dull person like me. But nevertheless, I will speak because I never miss an opportunity to give my gyan. Hearty congratulations to Manav, Arindam, Janto, Dipankar, entire team out there, and heartfelt thanks to EY team, SAP team, and of course, our friend, philosopher, guide and 4 a.m. friend, Amit, who has his head in the clouds and feet firmly stuck to the ground. And the pun was intended here. Thank you so much, Amit. for making this possible. This goes back to the dream of our CMD during LSIP to always remain ahead of the curve as far as technological changes are concerned. In fact, he was the guiding spirit in this when he, from the rooftop said that I am worried about being in the VUCA world, and if we don't move faster than the speed at which the outer circle moves, we will not be able to keep pace and we will implode. And I think the IT team, the digital team, and everybody relating to R&D has kept up to this expectation of the CMD, this dream of the CMD. And that is why we have reached this stage today. And it's an amazing achievement. For many of us sitting here, we may not realize the implications of this today. But 20 years down the line, we would thank the entire team and say, fantastic that they took the step at that time when the world was still yawning and thinking what to do next. And yes, the next generation would also be grateful for them to have taken this step in time. Well, because I'm not a technology expert, I'm not a scientist or a digital expert, I always like to bring the human element to technology. And here I will raise 2 points and not raise, really bring to attention of everybody present here. One, the need for technology to be equally available to everybody. In this case, the entire Gainwell family. If we are moving ahead, leaving some people behind, we will have the problem, the typical Marxian problem of haves and have-nots. So I just hope that the team will ensure that this enabler that they are creating reaches the hands of every Gainwell employee and she is able to gain from it. And secondly, when we stand here and we pat our back and say, yes, technologically we are superb and ahead of the curve, let us start now asking the questions of ethics. The ethical aspect of technology, as long as it's an enabler, as long as it increases efficiency, reduces human agony, reduces costs, does the task at a much lower human and financial costs, it is welcome. But let us remember that technology tends to displace the human beings. And with AI standing out there, ready to replace our gray cells also, these ethical questions have become of paramount importance. So not only do we have to ensure that technology is evenly and equally available to all, and we do not create technologically haves and have-nots, we are also to make sure we have a technological growth which does not have only artificial intelligence, but which also has ethics and values. I don't know how that's going to happen, how this wonderful technological team is going to take us to that level. But yes, I would be very happy if embedded in this technological journey is the question of ethics of technology, whether we are doing the right thing from the point of view of the human race, and that will all employees of Gainwell, as well as its customers, as well as the society in general, be better off by our moving on this path. I'm sure Amit, Arindam, and the entire team has already answered this question in their mind, but I would like that quest to be alive. That's all. Thank you very much. Have a great journey ahead. And every day when you wake up, the world has changed. I hope that along with you, while you're holding our hand, we'll be able to keep pace with it. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your guidance. We'll move to the next section of today's event. That's the Go Live event. So I'll ask Anirban to take a lead and please ask the team on stage to do the Go Live event.
Right. Thanks, Arindam. So we have arrived at the climax of this event. So before we go about it, I'll just give you a brief of what we are going to do. We are going to demonstrate the USP of this project. We are going to bring in a part number on real-time basis from Teamcenter to SAP, make that part available for a transaction, create a purchase order, and release the order via the Fiori apps. And then, I would request SKC sir if he would join us to generate the printable output. So this is a teamwork. So I would request Shubhadeep from the design team, Shapanda from the master data management team, and Srijita, Kunal, and Rajiv sir from the Asansol procurement team to come up on the stage. So step 1 would be TC to SAP part number. Then we'll do an extension for a transaction capability, create the purchase order, release, and then generate the output. So this is the cycle we will demonstrate. So over to you, Shubhadeep. So if you can take to Teamcenter.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So this is our PDM, the Teamcenter, what we are talking about. And this is the source of all engineering information and documents. And here we have created one part for high-vol miner, and we are going to send it to SAP now for business transactions. So this is the part actually used for the auger drives, and now approved, and first time it is going to SAP. That you can see the checkered flags.
Right. So now I would request Shapanda from MDM team to open SAP and show the part, and then we'll go forward. Yeah, Shapanda. Yeah. So, with Team Center transferring to SAP, the basic attributes of the parts reach SAP. So this is there are three views. Basic data 1, which has the general, general information. Basic data 2. Having the drawing numbers, and then since in this project we have a lot of legacy part numbers, so which is available in the classification view. So it is not this slow, but somehow.
No,
No. Connectivity issue. I think there is some connectivity issue. Okay, so now we'll make this part number ready for transaction. So you can go there. Right. So this part number is extended now. Srijita, if you can come up, you open your ID, log out of this. Log out. So we are putting the price conditions, packing and forwarding charge, of transportation charge, you can show the taxes. Show the taxes. Show the taxes. So the tax is pre-populated. So now you can go ahead and save the PO. Right. So the first PO is saved. So now Kunal, if you can log in to your Fury app. This is Rajesh, sir. Log out. Yes. So log out of incentive. Log out of incentive, whether it's
no problem. Fine, no problem. So this is not required, right?
Please request SKC sir, please come up on stage and take the first printout of the PO.
Print preview. Okay. No problem.
Actually, this is machine where the design software are machine center. So everything is working fine. Can you switch over? Yes, what is you already see that.
It's some connection.
Not feeling of you don't need to do that. You don't need to do it. Can you connect this machine? Can you connect this one? Can we connect this one? Can you connect this machine? Yeah. Is this same plan?
It's a bit slow, but it's working better than that. Screen visible है? Kunal can approve.
So this is the first print output of Gainwell Engineering PO. So be rest assured that system will not be this slow because of this machine over here. We had some technical issues, but guys working back end there, they could connect to SAP with good speed. So sorry about the glitches, but this is the first PO. So thank you so much for doing the honors. So please stay on stage. To do the honors, we'll have a cake cutting ceremony over here. May I please request all leadership team to come up on stage.
बोलना हमको नेटवर्क चेंज कर बोल रहा हूँ
ये शो दिखा है, ये प्रेजेंटेशन है, प्रेजेंटेशन
So may I please request SKC sir, please come up off stage and share your views, your expectations on the project and guide us for the future, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. And heartiest congratulations to everyone. It's a red letter day in our history. Thank you, Mr. Sen. Thank you, Mr. Sahu. Entire EY team, SAP team, Amit, our friend, philosopher and guide, and everyone within the Gainwell family. The impact of this day or the importance of this day would be felt over decades that are ahead of us. We had to choose a course, and collectively you have chosen a course which is a life-changing turn in our existence, especially in the life of the new enterprise, which is Gainwell Engineering, which will have its wings spread across the universe. We are starting with a limited presence in India, Singapore, Nepal, India, Singapore, US and Australia, but soon enough, this organization will cover the rest of the world. So thank you very much, SAP and EY, for showing us this path, and hearty congratulations, Gainwell team, for selecting the best. Best in terms of product, best in terms of structure, and best in terms of someone who can handhold us in this journey. I want to thank the entire SAP team and EY team for also being very patient with us. It's not very easy to implement these kind of high technology projects in an organization which does not know what all it wants. You may have found us at times, or our teams, like a small child wanting to have every toy in the toy shop. Or sometimes you may have found us completely confused as to what do we want to do. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for holding our little fingers and taking us through this journey. I know this is just the beginning, and as Amit said, when you embark upon a very high ambition technology projects, the first thing that we need to have is patience, because it's not going to be an easy journey. We may need to have changes and modifications and editing here and editing there, or modifying the course of action that we have taken in the past. So be patient. But trust me, I can foresee from where I'm sitting that this is a step which will change the course of this organization, of this group. And when we talk about group, Deepankar alluded to our distribution business, which has been in roughly half of India for all these 78 years. And now you are creating two major organizations within the group. One is a manufacturing organization with absolute global ambitions and global footprints. And soon enough, we will create an organization for mining operations, which would also have global footprints. We are starting in India, but we will soon move beyond India and have global footprints. But when you do these kind of ambitious, when you realize these kind of global ambitious dreams, and you are in different countries, obviously I'll not go into the complications. All of you have spoken, multi-currency, multi kind of expectations, multiple products, several other product lines will get added over a period of time. It's complications galore, but never lose heart. But when you do this kind of a thing, when you embark on this kind of a journey, we also need to look at why are we doing it and where are we headed. Implementation of S/4HANA, which many of us may consider, I have very little knowledge, but many of us may consider as an improvement over earlier SAP version. It has integrated data tables with it, data bank. You can use it for mobility, which of course you will need to do in this organization at some point of time. You will have apps mounted on it, and there'll be many opportunities for incorporating artificial intelligence and machine learning as we go and serve a very nuanced global customers whose tastes are changing, whose compulsions are changing. And we'll have to change ourselves or our digital background, or let's say our IT background or structure to suit the requirements emerging for the customers. I'm very happy that SAP says that till 2040 they're going to support this particular product. I'm sure there would be similar kind of announcement made by Siemens for Teamcenter, and there are dozens of those design softwares that we are going to use. But what is most important in all of these IT projects for us, an organization like us, that the kind of data which you are preserving in this and which tomorrow you will use for mounting very advanced level of analytics on this, it has to yield to some benefit to our eventual customers. It has to yield to, it has to lead to some kind of
tangible benefits for our customers. So when we talk about design to dispatch, Arindam mentioned about design to dispatch. I will encourage you to think about design to disappear. 20 years down the line, when this machine will disappear, you have to track the machine and keep the data available on your ERP system till that time. Once it disintegrates back into plastic or steel or whatever else it has, all kinds of metals, that's the end of that serial number of machine, and you can close it there. But dispatch, saying that design to dispatch, is only addressing the problem of Gainwell Engineering Panagarh unit. Nothing much beyond that. Whereas we need to look at way beyond that, years beyond that. So coming back to the question of why we are doing it and why is this important for us? All of us know, and JMD alluded to that, all of us are living in a very rapidly changing world. Very, very rapidly changing world. I know at least 3/4 of you would have experienced ChatGPT by now, because there's so much of noise around that. Everybody is trying to give some query and find out some answer. Some people have written novels, some people have written poetry. Incredible amount of intelligence that it preserves, or it is able to collate. Similar kind of things are going to happen. If you look at, if you follow the debates of how technology is changing, or what all is coming in future, it really makes me very excited. Of course, my life partner also remained concerned about the ethical aspect of it, which we should all remain, of course. But I'm always, every morning I wake up and learn about technology and what it is doing to human life, how medical science is changing because of technology, how doctors are learning things from the machines. Tomorrow, if you have this data lake with you, preserved in SAP S/4HANA, and the application, live application data of those machines in different parts of the world feed into your design software to say what are the kind of changes you need to make in those designs based on application data, based on actual geology of that particular country, so that next time you send a machine to that country, it's a far improved version of what you have sent. Then you would have used all the investment and the effort that you have made for common good of the customers. There's a larger macro objective of using the technology for serving the humankind. And we are a very minuscule, small particle part of it in the world. But I must once again say what you have achieved by implementing this S/4HANA, and that too on RISE, because we were sick and tired of looking at servers, and earlier Harish and now Arindam was regularly coming, and I'm sure he was harassing Manav also, about how our server is at 99% capacity and we are almost in the ICU. I heard for the first time that a server can also threaten to get into ICU. It's in ICU. And Amit will come very worried as to how the hardware needs to be changed, memory needs to be changed. Thank God, now there is, all those headaches are gone in GEPL, and soon enough we will do that in GCPL. And like a good CFO, Owen always reminds me of what all could go wrong, and that's the role of a CFO, definitely, where all we need to be careful. So thank God he has reminded us that when you do data migration, don't get into an animated suspension like we had gone in 13, 14, 15 time frame. But again, the same thing which I started with, the customer needs to know what the customer wants. We didn't know at that time what we wanted. So we had mounted the earlier system onto SAP, couple of hundred Z reports were enough to spoil our family life completely. And if the legacy has continued and COPA reconciliation was still bothering Harish's life even this year, last year, then you can imagine the legacy that we have kind of gone ahead with. But thank God it's now finally fixed, reasonably fixed, I won't say. But in case of Gainwell Engineering, you have this advantage of starting afresh. You're starting on a clean slate and doing all the things that you wanted, creative things that you wanted. But friends, the time tomorrow or the day after is going to be incredibly different times than we are seeing today. How men, machines, minds and situations or project sites and situations will need to interact with each other constantly 24/7 through technology. It's just going to change the way we live and work in an environment. In any case, Gainwell Engineering is not a 5-day-a-week or a 6-day-a-week organization for 40 odd weeks. It's an organization which will have to remain alive and kicking every moment of 24/7 because you are obviously operating in different geographies, and people would want you to be responding in time, in real time. I don't want to take much of your time, but I do, from the bottom of my heart, wish to thank each one of you who has contributed to this project. Trust me, the impact of this project is going to be over next multiple decades. My one message to you is don't get unnerved by all the hiccups that you are now going to face. Be steady on this course. You have selected a platform which accounts for 77% of global revenue. You can't be wrong on this. My request to SAP would be that Ms. Sahu, keep giving us whatever feedbacks you can in terms of where SAP is going, because now we are married to you in a way. So we would like to know from you as to what are the kind of advancements you are seeing in the technology on your side and how we can adopt them faster, sooner, better in the interest of our customers. Thank you once again. Heartiest congratulations to everyone in Gainwell. Thank you, Manav, Arindam, and the entire team for taking this very painstaking journey. Dipankar, Jayant, and the entire Gainwell engineering team for embracing all the challenges on the way and implementing it. Thank you, Amit, for being an excellent guide to us and all the functional heads, Oyan included, for all the support that you provided. I wish you all the very best, and for one last time at least today, give yourself a very good round of applause for what you have done. Not a simple step, mind my words, you will remember the day and the decision of having gone on this journey today for a long, long time to come. Hearty congratulations.
I request you to please be on stage for a minute. Request Dipankar sir to please come up on stage and hand over a token of gratitude to SKC sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for your guidance. Some of the guidance which you have given us, like design to disappear, which are actually eye-openers for us also. We'll definitely think on that line and bring technology to capture the entire life cycle of our machines, that's for sure. With this, we have come to nearly an end to this session. We'll end the session with a vote of thanks. I'll invite project manager from UI, Amitav Manna, and Anirban from our team to do the honors. So before that, just an update. We talk about automation a lot, but automation can harm us at times, right? So just now we are a victim of automation. We automated our patching of systems. The system which we're working on took an automatic patch update. That's why it became slow. So that's why the entire technical glitch is, but nevertheless, be rest assured that SAP will run fine in live system. So Anirban and Amitabha, please come up on stage and do the honors.
Right. Thank you. So all good things come to an end, and before we end, I would like to deliver the vote of thanks with Amitabh, the project manager from EY. First of all, I would like to thank the housekeeping staff of both GWS as well as Asansol. This long 9 months, we had a lot of workshops, a lot of discussions, and they were very prompt in the response. It's a difficult job, keeping the office running as well as these long projects. Thank you, SKC sir, for entrusting us with this implementation and and believing that we would deliver this project. Thank you to the leadership team. Whenever we were in doubt, where we wanted some inputs, Dipankar sir was always there. Thanks to the function heads of Gainwell Engineering, people from GCPL also were there supporting us. Oyan sir, Kajuri ma'am, Sharnali ma'am, Joyantu sir, Rajiv sir, Manish ji. So all were there, whenever we required their support, their presence, they were all there. Amitabh, if you want to talk about someone. Yeah.
So what Arunanda said, so apart from that, I would also like to thank the GPL admin department for their hospitality in Kolkata and Gainwell office. So every day providing good foods in the canteen. And apart from that, so since all the steering committee member of the Gainwell team, so starting from the SKC sir, D.I.S.H., Owen sir, Amit sir for his in-depth guidance. At the same time, I will also like to thank all the business leaderships like Joyantoda, Manishji, Rajibda, and obviously from Harish sir from the beginning. At the same time, Harshit from supporting from the GPL point of view, GGPL point of view. So other than the GPL team, I must thanks to my internal UI team for the leadership who always was behind us, who always guided us and always stand for any difficult situation, starting from the Harish sir, Alok sir, our Rahul ji, and Anupam was also there, and my core team members. They have always doing their hard working day-to-day basis for their dedication and passion for this successful competition and this go live events. Thank you all. Thank you very much from your side.
Last but not the least, I would like to thank the corporate communication team and the admin team of Gainwell for helping us in arranging this session today. Big thanks to everyone whom I might have missed. The UI team, the project team, you are enthusiastic as always. The Gainwell IT team, I don't need to thank you. We are all a host of this event. Thank you again. Have a good day. So as you leave, we have a small memory that you can carry with you. So IT team behind. So request everyone to leave from that side. And Sandeep, yeah, please.